Mr. President.
Minority Whip.
Mr. President, late last week it was reported that the Pentagon was contemplating ending critical military assistance to European partners, including the Baltic states, in a program known as the Baltic Security Initiative. That's a program which I helped to create years ago to strengthen military cooperation with the Baltic states, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. NATO allies themselves with a long memory of Russian tyranny and still very much in Vladimir Putin's crosshairs. The Baltic states are some of the most vibrant, dedicated members of NATO, spending well above proposed funding targets for defense. The dangerous idea to cut this assistance came just as another deadline from President Trump for Russia to end its war in Ukraine came and went without any consequence. In fact, Vladimir Putin responded like he always does after President Trump sets a deadline or lavishes him with a red carpet treatment in Alaska. He brazenly increased deadly attacks on Ukraine. That's right. While we were trying to get Vladimir Putin and the Russians to finally agree to a ceasefire and end of hostilities in Ukraine, he did exactly the opposite. That's what happened over the weekend, during which Russia launched one of the biggest aerial assaults on Ukraine in the entire war, and then again did it again this week. During these attacks on Ukraine, Russian drones entered into NATO airspace, specifically into Poland. Do we take that seriously in Chicago? You bet we do, because Chicago is second only to Warsaw in the percentage of Polish residents living there, people with Polish descent. Polish President Tusk said there were 19 Russian drones in the most recent incursion. Imagine if these were manned airplanes rather than drones. 19 bombers, fighters crossing into NATO territory, several of which were shot down, including with the help of allied Dutch F-35 fighters. Now, this isn't the first time Russian drones attacked a NATO territory. There was a drone crash reported in Poland a few weeks ago as well. And Russia has been behind a campaign of sabotage, assassination, and mayhem across NATO, targeting weapons supplies, infrastructure, and dissidents. So let me say clearly to President Trump, with Putin thumbing his nose at us, violating NATO airspace, and testing American resolve, this is not the time to back away from our frontline allies. It's certainly not the time to halt bipartisan congressional support to the Baltic states. We should not be fooled. Vladimir Putin is not our friend. The Baltic states and Poland have proven that they are. Vladimir Putin responds only to strength, and right now he and other autocrats around the world are bonding together. They sense America is getting weak, and we here in Congress should not be fooled either. We should ensure the Baltic Security Initiative is included in the Defense Authorization Bill and pass the Graham-Blumenthal legislation that tightens sanctions on Russia.